we're going to talk about something very interesting and also breaking news that what I'm going to introduce is already coming in a phone. Mediatek Dimensity 5G open resource architecture. So smart devices makers actually want to access software and hardware and tweak these aspects to their liking, change it altogether. So their phones are completely customized, more control and flexibility to OEMs. They are able to, like I said, customize features for camera, display, graphics, connectivity, freedom to fine-tune the device's performance so that their phone, even though they are using that same MediaTek chipset, their phone can be completely different from another person's phone. And the first company to actually pull this off is Mediatek with their Dimensity 1200 SoC. It's been announced under this program. And it's not something that will happen in a year or two. The OnePlus Nord 2 is the first phone under the program to be launched. So this is really exciting stuff.
Mediatek, the world's largest chip manufacturer by volume, has announced an interesting venture during the Mobile World Congress 2021. Called the Dimensity 5G Open Resource Architecture, which will allow smartphone device makers to access software and hardware used in the Dimensity 1200 SoC and tweak these aspects to their liking or change it altogether with their own resources. This is huge news, as it will give more control and flexibility in the hands of OEMs and be able to customize features for cameras, display, graphics, artificial intelligence, processing unit, sensors and connectivity subsystems within the Dimensity 1200 chipset. This will hugely benefit small smartphone vendors, which will be able to custom tweak the chipset resources to offer better streamlined features on their smartphones. Typically, tweaks made by any OEM would typically be deployed on top of what Mediatek already offers, which means that phone makers might not often get the exact feature or implementation that they aimed for. Now, they can use their own custom calibrations and algorithms to define exactly how they want their phone's display colors to look like. The open resource architecture will give brands the freedom to fine-tune the device's performance and power efficiency. This includes the central processing unit, graphics processing unit, deep learning accelerators, and visual processors. For example, the brands will also have raw access to camera image signal processor, so they can customize and configure to suit their own software setup and camera sensors and have greater control over image stabilization, color correction, and more. Based on precedents, this could work out for Mediatek. Apple, Samsung and Huawei all make their own custom chips, which let them perfectly integrate both software and hardware to get the most out of their chips. Mediatek hopes the same thing as well with the open resource architecture, and if it works, as the brand says it will, the move can be a major one. OnePlus is one of the first smartphone brands to have partnered with Mediatek, and the upcoming Nord 2 will be the first phone under this open source architecture. OnePlus has worked closely with Mediatek to enhance the AI-based features to enhance the user experience. To highlight the new AI capabilities of the chipset, OnePlus and Mediatek have chosen the name Dimensity 1200 AI to distinguish it from the standard Dimensity 1200. In the end, the beneficiary here is the consumer. The consumer will have a customized, tailored and better experience suited to his or her needs.